Okay. Well, this is in response to what I was going to tell you about my Native American DNA testing. This is the other kit that I bought that's more expensive. It's well worth it. It's more detailed. Whereas Ancestry, like I told you on the last video, and 23andMe and all those major chains only go to fifth generation, fifth great grandparents. This shows everything. This shows everything that's in my DNA, what I'm supposed to be, period. So I paid a little bit more money for it, and a lot of my family members proving Native American lines through my dad's line, which is Shawnee Indians, were using it, proving our genetics, proving our native lines. I'm going to link two websites on my Native American DNA that have been proven. One is the Shawnee line, my dad's, and the other is going to be John Redbank Payne, which Roberta Estes with. She runs, I think she does stuff for Ancestry and other companies, but she's like a known scientist, and you know, she's been in the genealogy world longer than I've been alive. So let's just put it that way. And she's actually her cousin David, or is it her brother or somebody? Me and him DNA we all DNA match. We're related. But anyways, she's into Native studies, so she did a study on my sixth great grandfather, John Redbank Payne, which I'm going to show you all the stuff, the scientific proof, all the everything you need. Um, First, I'm going to get started with the test. And like I said, I used this test. I was going to use FTDNA, and then I realized my cousin proves that they skewed some of they didn't show the full DNA testing with something with the STPs. It's something to do with genetic genealogy. I'm not the smartest on any of that. I still need to read up on it. But it's something to do with she likes their test better than FTDNA for some reason. And so I'm using theirs, and I bought it, and I'm going to show you everything. And it goes right along with my tree. Like I said, the reason why we're proving this is because we've got the oral tradition, we've got the family trees, we've got the DNA. So I'm going to start, first of all, with my test results. And the reason why I use them is because they use the DNA testing company that the Maury Povich Show and all major insurances use to do paternity testing and insurance DNA testing. And the samples they have are from those people that have had to do something insurance wise, DNA wise, period. So when they say they got like 15 Cherokee, that's their percentage of Cherokee or whatever percentage of people that they've had that tested that have that DNA. So it's not like this test is a lie, because they use a renowned laboratory. It's not like it's their own laboratory like FTDNA's is. Yes, I said that. Okay, so now we're going to go to my test. Okay, this is my summary. It pretty much, like I told y'all, I was a Melungeon. It sums me up. I am primarily Portuguese, which they called us Melungeons, Portuguese. Scottish, Norwegian. We know I'm a Norwegian Viking. I done told y'all that 10 times. Got mixed connective tissue disease. That's Norwegian, African American, and Asian disease, pretty much. Primarily Norwegian. Dutch, Irish, English, Welsh, French, Italian. I told you all I was Italian. And French was the Norman Viking, of course. Armenian, Turkish, which us Melungeons were known to be Turkish. So that's pretty cool. And actually, Wise, Virginia, and Turkey, town of Turkey are like sister cities or something. I read that. I didn't know that. But that's pretty cool. And various Slavic, which is Russian. Yes, I'm a lot of Russian, darlings, which we know that. I'm a lot of Northern Russian. Remember, they walked over the landmass, Beringian in Siberia, to come across as Native Americans. Yeah, y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Yep, that's where all the Beringian DNA come from. I've got American Indian on megalopopulations of 2, 10, 23, 48 with number 15 marker map, and I'll show you what that means in a minute. Sub-Saharan African, 2 populations with megalopopulation number 9 on the marker map. Mad mixture, there's Romani Gypsy, which is Roma, which is Indian. And then Melungeon, which is number 3, Green Diamond in Tennessee, which is Hawkins County, Tennessee. I've got Jewish megalopopulation number 17 on the marker, which is way back there. And then I've got Middle Eastern, 3 populations, number 14 on the map. Now this is going to break down by rank of what my DNA is. Polish Native American Lumbee. This is the number equals 106. That's how many people in their test that have done this, that are Lumbee Indian. Saharis, I think, it's you can click on these two and they'll tell you what it means. It links you to, like, Saharis is Berber. And it's, I knew it was African, Northern African. There you go. And it shows a little picture of a lady. So that's cool. Oopsie, let me go back. And I've got Slovakia, Romani, black, Alabama. And yes, when it says black, it means I'm a black person, darling. It doesn't mean I'm white. It just means African American. Russia, Vada, Slovakia, Equatorial Guinea, U.S. Cherokee admixed, number 62. That's how many Cherokees and who I matched with. And while they're highlighted in red, this is what was in my DNA. Colombian, Brazilian, Polish, Portuguese, white Florida, Portuguese, Central, Polish, white, Ecuadorian, black, Polish, Northern, and I say I've got a lot of Apache, y'all. A lot. A lot of DNA match Apache family members. White Canadian, Russia, Burat, Mongols, and Russia Chukchi. And I didn't know what the heck a Chukchi was, but there's only, there's 15. It's like kind of a little, what? That's not a Chukchi. Hang on. White Canadian. I clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, yeah, this one, I don't think you can click on it. Yeah, you can't. Well, Russian Chukchi is the Aboriginal Russians, meaning the original Native Americans that came over the bridging over the landmass. They're part of the Inuits, the Aleuts, Inuits, Yakuts, Eskimos. That's us. So I told y'all I was related. But anywho, white Canadian, Ukrainian, Angolian, Cabinda, black Minnesota, white Marion County, Indiana, black Canadian, Turkish, Argentinian, Missonis, Portuguese, black Bahama, Brazilian, Polish, Bavarian, black Minnesota, Hispanic Florida, Brazilian, Santa Catarina, Slovakia, black New York, Spanish, Czech, Hispanic Arizona, black North Carolina. Yeah, look at all them Apaches up in there. Okay, Romanian, Dobruja, Hungarian, Native American Florida. Native American Florida, which I have quite a bit of DNA. Chickasaw, Seminoles, Choctaw, Creek. I got all that in there. So I'm good with that. But the funny thing about this test was that most of my Native American family that were Shawnee were coming up with this. Hang on. My European populations, I'll show you this real quick. Portugal, Scotland, Highlands, Norway, Bulgaria, Netherlands, Czech. This is all the ones. Italy, yeah. That came up, my European side. Montenegro. Hey, what up? I'm a lot of people, okay? I'm okay with that. But I'm going to show you in a minute on this. It shows that I have 2 alleles for Native American, 2. 2 alleles for European, 1. That means my mom and dad both are those, which I already knew that. And then I only have 1 allele for Sub-African American, 3 and 4, which it explains in here what those are. Hang on, let me see. I'll just read you one for Native American 2. Because that's the one I have 2 alleles for. It's similar to Native American 1, but typically found in people who are half or less Native American, about half Iberian, with sometimes a lesser amount of Sub-Saharan African, Hispanic, or Latino, meaning I'm a mix. I'm a Melungeon, so I already knew that. I've got, It's similar to Native American 1, which is this marker is inherited by an individual has some degree of Native American ancestry. Often it comes from one parent, as with other parents. If you didn't get it, that does not mean you don't have any Native American ancestry. Pairs of markers of these will reshuffle from generation to generation. So it's basically saying I've got that plus it's similar to that, but I'm half because I'm a mix. I'm not a full anything. I've got a whole lot of everybody in me is basically what it's saying. European markers, the one was, it's a Mediterranean marker. Me and my mom and dad had it apparently, so that's where, we already know I have Turkish and from the Melungeon line and Italy and all that wonderful stuff. Jew, I had that in there. It just explains the different types of Jews. So, and did mine say was mine Jewish 1? I forgot. Hang on, let me go back up there real quick. It was Jewish 3. Which is, it goes right along with my freaking Melungeon heritage, which is Kurds, Syrians, Arabs, Berbers, Basque, Turks, Greeks, Italians, and others. So, there you go. And then, my sub-Saharan African, I was 3 and 4. Another deep-seated marker for the interior of the African continent is rarely found in Asian peoples. And then 4 was Berbers and African Americans, Greeks, Egyptians, Italians, and other Mediterranean people, which is me. I understand that. I know I got a lot of Turk up in there. I know I got a lot of Italian up in there. I know I got a lot of everybody up in there. So, on this, that tells some books I need to read. But I want to show, hang on. Hang on. It did show on here that a lot of my family members had this for our Shawnee line, Native American, Michigan, Paraguay. And then there's my Melungeon. It says, remember, results do not equal percentages. They show only your profile on the face of it. It's most common in present-day European, American Indian above, plus the following weaker matches. Note it here for my information only. So, when they were doing that test for my dad's, you got to remember, my Shawnee line is 7th great-grandmother was Mary Blue Sky Cornstalk. It's pretty weak. It's way back there, so it's not going to pop right up. The Melungeon lines are my 6th great-grandfather, which is Joshua Old Jock Perkins. So, basically, that's just letting y'all know. When I post that video of on my Shawnee, on my dad's line, you'll see a lot of them have that on their DNA. So, in their matches, like how I have Lumbee, Cherokee, Florida, and Chukchi. So, down here at the bottom, I love this map. It's kind of cool to see how my people moved around. And I'm all over this map. Hang on. Now, megalopopulations, remember I told y'all that there's a map for it. It's my strengthness. This is, I'm number 15 on the map hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm number 3 for Melungeon. So, I mean, I'm a high match for Melungeons. I'm a mix of everybody. We already know this. But I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for Native American. That's what it means on megalopopulations. My American Indian is down here. And it should be down here because it starts at 6th great-grandfather, 7th, and all the way to 12th. So it's pretty old. My stuff's been there for centuries. And I'm only getting little bits of it because people are dying out and mixing with other people. And that's what happens. When people don't want to recognize their own people, I speak to y'all Cherokees. But anyways, here is this. This is my European megalopopulation, so I'm like number 1 is Portugal, so I got lots of Spanish. 3 is Norway. I knew that. I've got Italy down here, and that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which I always knew I was Italian. I didn't realize I was everybody else, too, though. And then Turkish, which is part of the Melungeon, and I got a lot of everybody in there. It's funny, I got Highlands and Lowlands of Scotland, which I am Royal Stuart, darling. So, of course, I should have plenty of that in there. And here is how my people traveled around. All those green dots are me. Every last one of them. We have been roaming this earth for a minute, and I've been all over the country. Yep, you can see I've been all over the country. Now, this certifies I get a document. Number 2, Native American Lumbee. Number 10, these were on the list of that list I showed you first with all the, where I was counting down 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 10, I'm U.S. Cherokee Admixed. Number 23, Russian Chukchi. Number 48, Native American Florida, which I have a lot of Powell, which are Creek. I have Chickasaws, which my cousin is a Colbert. I have Choctaw, which Mayos are in my dad's mother's line, actually. And here we go. Let me go down here. And then, of course, my 6th great-grandfather, Joshua Old Jock Perkins, was a Choctaw freeman because they deemed him a black man when he was a Native American. And they wanted to call him black instead because back in those days when that evil, what's his name? Was his name Thacker? I can't even remember. The guy that was for eugenics that wanted to erase everybody's identity and either call him black or white. Yeah, that guy. The dirty butt. I call him a dirty butt. So that evil dude, I forgot his name. To be honest, he really ain't worth mentioning because he's a piece of crap. That's the reason why my family had to go in hiding in the first place, because of idiots like that. So anyways, ain't nobody got time for that. So basically, I just feel like I'm really just a true American. But anyways, ain't we all much somehow? Not everybody's as mixed as me. But when I said, like the list that started, number 2, there I am, Lumbee Indian. Number 10, U.S. Cherokee Admixed. Number 23, Russian Chukchi. And 48, North American Florida. And like I said, the absence of the Melungeon was low, and my native, well, it didn't show up as high match on the world matches, was because my 6th great grandfather was the Melungeon, but it did show up in my estimated persons because it's there. So it's not like it didn't exist. He's there. And then, of course, my Michigan Native American, Michigan Paraguay. And that's a lot of my Shawnee is there. My dad's line was from Ohio, and his mother's line was from West Virginia. So if that tells you anything, that was heavily dominated with the Shawnee. So, and I'm going to link these. That's me. And she shows my results on there. From GEDmatch and everywhere else. I mean, a lot of family members are listed on this. And then on my 6th great-grandmother, I'm going to list this link too. But anywho, that's what I wanted to show y'all, because I figured I might as well show y'all this one because it's a lot better, a lot detailed, and it actually describes me to a T, my family tree, my oral histories, everything. So, I'm glad I took this test. So if y'all haven't bought it right now, it's on sale for like 20% off. And I got it for 20% off because they're doing an Adkins study with my family. So I already got a discount anyway. And I trust Dr. Yates, and my other cousin, Dr. Andrew Martin Ayers, has worked with books with him. And they went to Duke University with my favorite person, Rand Paul. So I love that. Love that. But anyways, if you're looking for ancestry test, I recommend this one. I'm not knocking Ancestry or 23andMe. It's a good starter for something cheap if you're just wanting to know, like, to your 5th great-grandparents. But you can always download your results free on GEDmatch and show more of your lineage. This puts it all together. That's what I like about it. And it helps me a lot with it. Even drawed in my Native American more, which I liked. Because before, if I didn't have my family tree to go with that, I wouldn't know what the heck that meant. But I've been working on my tree for over 10 years now. So I know, like, I'm in a lot of groups, and it's like a big old circle. So it's kind of cool to see, but I'm related to a whole lot of people.